This Subaru engine has been abandoned on the banks of a river. Let's rescue it.
What we're looking at here is the legendary EJ20, a 2-litre flat-4 turbocharged engine. Other than the Volkswagen Beetle boxer engine, it is probably the most famous flat-4 engine in the world.
But this one is even more special. It's come out of a rally car.
Predictably, we're in the home of rallying in the UK, Wales.
This is a rally workshop and down there is our engine.
It's been out in the elements and it needs saved. In this video, we'll drag the engine out of the wilderness and strip it down to see what damage has been done whilst exposed to the Welsh weather. We also find something I have never seen before inside an engine.
No way! How has it ended up down there? Well, it broke in a rally car, was put on a pallet and then left at the top of this slope. The weather's been that bad in the UK recently that it has slid down that slope and ended up down by the river. And if I put my foot here, you'll see exactly what's happened. Yeah, I'm down. That's what the engine did.
To tug the engine up the slope, I enlisted the help of another piece of legendary machinery.
Sean, you have a tractor, don't you?
We're in Wales, of course I have a tractor.
In came my ZS 180 to jumpstart the Massey.
Go on!
Come on.
Go on!
Ah. She basically ran.
She's there! Yes! Go on, Massey! Right, let's go save an engine. Create a little stairway for you. Go on! Come on! Get up there! Yes! Look at it go! I love that it's sitting up. It's like perfect position. Let's get to the workshop and give it a hose down.
Let's give it, yeah.
It deserves it. The plan is to put that EJ20 onto this now. Sean says it'll work.
We'll put it in this corner maybe.
Yeah, just a bit.
We'll,
Should we roll it onto its face or like walk it?
So if you pull it over the top, that's it. And then slide it on.
Yeah!
There is a turbo missing.
Oh, okay.
That might have gone on something else.
What is the bet this makes it in there?
It'll make it in there. I have full confidence. Well, actually, Mike's driving, so we don't know.
What can go wrong?
Clutch in, there the brakes.
How's she looking? What a thing. I want a Massey.
Everybody who has a car collection needs a tractor in that car collection.
Either a Massey or a DB.
Yeah.
We used an MG Rover to save a Massey Ferguson to save a Japanese Subaru Flat 4. Today's a good day.
Before the engine entered the workshop for its strip down, we thought it best to give it a quick hose down to get rid of the worst that Wales had thrown at it.
Can you imagine the guy that designed Subaru's Flat 4 watching this right now?
By the way, this is Sean Ellis, the man in charge here at Automax. He's a proper Welsh rallyist and has a cracking YouTube channel all about the rallying world. Definitely check it out, I've put the link in the description below.
I do have some plans for this engine, but it kind of depends on what we find within. Sean, you were driving the car when this engine failed.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, I don't know if I want to admit this, but I crashed it.
Okay, into
a tree.
Good, very Welsh rally.
Yeah, exactly. So we hit a tree. It wasn't a massive impact, but it was big enough to break through the casing. So that normally there's a casing on here, a cam cover.
Yep.
It broke through that. It broke the pulley, which in turn stripped the cam belt off and bent a load of valves and stopped the engine.
Right. Okay.
So there was bits of damage on the car to the bumper and things, but that wasn't. The car was fixed, and we put a new engine in. But this engine was, I think it might have been too far gone just to do a quick repair. This will need stripping down. There's going to be probably some bent valves.
Okay, because a Subaru engine is interference, so if a cam belt does go, you're going to get piston meeting valve.
Yeah.
What Sean is saying is basically this thing is cooked. Not that that has ever stopped me, but it will dictate how we go about stripping this engine apart. To you engine builders out there, I'm sorry for what you're about to watch.
It came out of a rally car.
Yep.
What mods have been done to it? Has it been upgraded in any way?
I'll be honest, I don't know a huge amount about the actual spec internals, because we bought the car with this engine in.
Right.
The car was an early Impreza, so it's a GC8, what they call it, or a classic. So it's a very early engine, 94, 95 probably. The car had ProDrive links. Now,
interesting.
Yeah, so
we're stripping a ProDrive engine.
Yeah. If you know rally cars, they're always triggers broom, they call it a rally car. It could have had engines before I had it.
Sure.
I mean, it looks like what a Group N engine would look like in a Subaru.
It looks hellish.
Yeah.
Currently.
Yeah, it looks horrendous, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't been looked after. But you can see from bits of blue pipes and things, that's rally car, isn't it? But I don't know the internal state of it.
Okay, well, we've rescued it from the river. Let's see what damage lies inside. Am I right in saying first things first is manifold off?
Yep.
And then we'll go from there.
Oh, do you know what? I just put my foot in a big lump of mud.
Yeah, sorry for making a right state of your workshop with this thing.
Ooh. So that exposes so much more, doesn't it, now, just removing that?
It exposes lots of Welsh winter as well.
Yeah.
Definitely got some watering rest here. He's not.
The other ones aren't too bad. Why is that one, just that one, had it so bad? The other ones are quite clean, aren't they?
Is it maybe sitting a certain way?
Could be, yeah. Then again, is it? Yeah, there's water in there. Normally, I would time the engine up and remove the belt, because if you put it in the timed position, everything's in like a maintenance mode.
Yes.
So nothing's going to touch, and you can strip things a lot easier.
Shouldn't really matter with this.
But it's too far. That's done anyway. So
we don't need best practices today.
No. So let's just hope that some of these bolts come off on the front.
Okay.
First.
What about the exhaust? That looks pretty hellish.
Yeah, that probably will be. We'll drain the oil, then we'll spin it round, and we'll try and just take the bolts straight off the bottom of the manifold. Worst case, we might have to get the grinder out on that.
Okay, fine.
Because manifolds and exhausts are renowned, even on normal cars, to be
crispy.
Pretty, because they're underneath, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, plan. An artifact from when this car was put off the road is this Nature Valley bar, which Sean says he actually ate back in the day. I'll take it out. After what, 8 years?
It's got to be 8 years, I'd have said, yeah. They're good though, aren't they? But they're like squirrel food, aren't they?
Put this on the wall somewhere.
The next job was to whip off all the pulleys on the front of the engine.
They're coming off surprisingly
well.
well.
Yeah, everything is.
Now, these are getting replaced anyway.
Okay.
Because in a cam belt kit, these all come with them.
Yeah.
So they're
all fairly correct.
They are bin. You could make it into a skateboard wheel maybe or something. That's about it. Okay. And that off-road skateboard wheel, maybe.
I saved the Jaguar AJ16.
I remember that, the £1 engine that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was proper boat anchor territory, that thing. So I don't think it'll be quite as bad, but looking at some of
it's going to
these,
be,
it's going to be pretty
it's going to be close.
Maritime,
Yeah.
I think is how I describe it.
There's no plugs in there. That might be why it's full of water. Plugs.
This sounds like your fault.
Possibly. It can only be me, can't it?
Every single bolt on the engine was seriously gummed up with dirt from the riverbank, but with some patient archaeology, each bolt was carefully removed.
Everything seems to be cracking.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying anything because it's going too nice. Like normally on a road car that's been maintained, some of these will strip, so it's quite amazing. Question is, does the water pump turn?
Oh, I mean, it does that. I mean, some fluids come out of it, but I feel like not the amount that should have come out of it.
No, definitely not. That would normally be still pouring out now if you were changing. If you're doing a cam belt and changing the water pump, it would still be pouring out, and it wouldn't be that colour.
After struggling with a corroded sump plug, the final fluids from the engine were released.
Yeah, that's water and oil.
Yuck.
It's lumpy water as well.
Could also be quite sparkly, couldn't it?
Yeah. But do you know what? From what I remember, I mean, I crashed a few cars, but but from what I remember, it stopped pretty quickly. I'm not sure if I turned it off even.
So you hit the tree. Was there even like a rattle that you were like, oh, or?
No, that was not. There was so much noise of the impact that you didn't.
How was it? Quite big.
Yeah, it was decent. Yeah, it was just slid wide slightly and dropped the car off the road. And then there's a tree stump on the outside, and it just went bang. But I'd scrubbed off speed in the ditch before I hit the tree.
So was that?
It was like a tree stump. It wasn't a full tree. It's like a sawn off tree.
That's fine then.
That's fine. Yeah.
While this engine is draining its fluids, we're going to fill back up to keep hydrated and energised. Sean, fancy a holy?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Coming right up. A lot of New Year's resolutions can be over-ambitious, like getting a V10 MX-5 running. But there are some smaller ones that a lot of us can nail, like moving away from traditional energy drinks to Holy to stay hydrated, but also cut down on sugar. Now, Sean has told me he's into iced tea, so let's have a look in here. Holy iced tea. Let's just pick the first one that comes out of the box. Lemon, honey, and black tea. Let's give it a go. For a very limited time, you can bag yourself a Holy Start Set Deluxe with an additional free motivational New Year's thermo shaker. With 57 servings of holy goodness and your trusty new thermo shaker by your side, you're ready to nail 2026. It's time for Sean to drink soft and get hard. Go hard. Sean, iced tea, taste test. Tell me what you think. Have a sip.
I do like it. I'll finish this off.
To bag yourself some Holy, use my discount code Fernie5 to get £5 off your first order, or Fernie to get 10% off any order after that. Okay, let's keep on stripping and see what state this engine is in. This is the oil pump coming off, and even the crusty ones just are blasting out, absolutely no issues whatsoever. I've now massively jinxed that. But some of them look horrendous, like they've been at the bottom of the sea for a couple of years, and they're just gunning out. No snappage.
More there.
One more. Being a seasoned rallyist, is Subaru your favourite brand of rally car?
I do like them. But I think because I've worked on them for so long with different companies and things like that, it's just fallen into something that I do. I mean, I do love them.
You've got a lovely daily one.
And yeah, exactly.
What is that? What spec of?
It's a WRX. It started off as WRX, but it's got STI bits on it.
Nice.
It'll nearly be a full STI once I've finished with it.
I saw your Instagram stories, some drifting in the snow.
It had to be done. It had to be done.
Ooh, that one smelled fishy.
What, actual fish?
Whatever came out of that. God, that proper whiffs. That reminds me of my Jag 1 pound engine. Oh yeah, it's that one there. Got a whiff of that. Tell me that isn't. That's like fish oil. It must be something to do with water and oil sitting together for a while, or potentially that like white gum that you see there, like maybe it's the odor that comes from that. It was amazing. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this bottom right, which is the oily one, that absolutely stank. That means when we crack this engine open, it's going to absolutely reek. But we're committed now. Whoa! Skanky!
So you see those seals there? You see where this along here?
Yeah.
So quite common on the Subaru, because the exhaust manifold is underneath there. It heats up that bottom gasket, and because it heats up, it then leaks oil out and drips onto the manifold. So nearly every Subaru owner at some point will start their Subaru up in the morning, and it'll just start smoking, and they'll think, oh no, we've got a problem. But what it is oil seeps out of there onto the exhaust, and until it's burnt off, and you can smell it as well.
But is that engine out to replace that?
No, you can
do
take
this
a few
in
things
situ.
out and just about get in there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's easier. Everything on a Subaru engine is easier if you pull it out, but you can do it in place. See, someone sealed this one up.
This was the fishy side.
Mackerel.
Keep the comments clean, please. I love how dinky the cams are,
Yeah.
because they only have to cope with 2 cylinders. Just these tiny little...
That's what they call quad cam.
Yeah, love it.
We were really getting into the meat of this strip down. Out came the cams, then the headbolts.
You just shat out a cam full.
I did. Let's spin around.
Can all my cam followers.
Followers.
Just...
There's one.
Oh no. Where was it? No!
Oh no.
Stay in, my pretties.
The thing is, whichever way we have it, they're gonna come out.
Yeah, it's all good. Hang in there. You 3 are struggling.
So do you want to do the last pull?
One more. Oh no!
We could now remove these cylinder heads to inspect the supposedly bent valves.
There she is.
Ooh, there's some crust going on
There's
in
some
there.
crust, but I think that side of engine has survived. Looking at,
How
as
are the
in,
valves looking?
not survived, but they don't look bent. So it might be the other side that's bent.
Oh, the plot thickens. Could this engine be completely fine?
Unlikely.
Probably not.
See, that side looks better.
Okay. Still, yeah, serious
Corrosion.
maritime corrosion. But I guess, as you said earlier, we don't know if they're bent until we've got them out and upright, really. But nothing obvious still.
No? Nothing like scary.
Maybe she's fine. She doesn't need a cam belt.
No.
So not only do the valves look okay, but also the pistons look...
It don't look like anything's touched it, does it?
No. It still looks hellish. It looks like it's just come out of the Psalm, this thing. Horrendous. Oh,
Oh, that's horrible, isn't it? Look at the bore. Feel the bore there.
yeah.
That's not smooth.
That reminds me a lot of my Jag engine. It was like, oh, let's try and manually turn it over. Yeah, good one.
Removing the sump was the next goal, and it was hiding something within it that I've never seen in an engine before.
Let's get the skankiest sump of all time off.
That's the more, isn't it?
Yep.
Something fall out of it then.
Something did slop at some point.
Right, there we go. Oh, what is that? That's interesting. What's in there?
Is that gauze?
It's ice.
It's ice! No way! No way!
I actually thought that was a part of the engine then.
I thought it was, yeah, like the gauze off of that. That shows how much water is sitting in this sump.
But look at the gauze has been sucking up bits of silicon there, look.
Yeah,
So
well,
that won't be good.
You did see there was some gummy silicon on this side, didn't you? I've never known there to be ice in a car's sump.
So this sump, normally you would swap this for a better baffle.
Okay, so all this archaeology is telling me, although you said the chassis has pro-drive connections, as you say, there's probably been about 2 or 3 engines put in it.
Probably, yeah. This, I mean, it'll be a half decent. It would have been a half decent engine, but it doesn't look like it's highly tuned.
I can't believe that. I've never seen an oily lump of ice come out of an engine sump. That's unbelievable. But cool.
Notice we're not wearing gloves either.
Yeah, my mum's going to shout at me for this.
I think everyone's going to be shouting at us.
You have more feel.
I'd like the feel of no gloves.
Same.
But dermatitis also likes the feel of no gloves. There they are.
Beautiful. Let's split her open.
More ice.
Really?
Ice, baby.
Where was that?
That was just sat on there like that.
Wow. Comment down below if you've ever taken an engine apart and found ice within it. There seems to be a certain combination of circumstances.
Oh look, we have a creature.
Oh yeah. Hello. Sorry we've dragged you from your riverbank. Oh.
Come on, woodlice.
No, he doesn't like you.
No, he's gone back.
He's off back into his Subaru muddy hole.
I'll set him free with his mates.
Nice one, Sean. The last Subaru Flat 4 engine I worked on was from Martin, the Grand Tour car. And that car, despite being an EJ20, the 2-litre engine, it was a semi-closed deck. Well, this one is open. And that is essentially, although it's still pretty gummy, basically means these coolant channels that wrap around the cylinder are completely open. There's nothing connecting them with the rest of the block up here. That means that this is technically the weakest EJ20 going. You would want to do a bunch of mods to this. You can get fittings that go in to strengthen the cylinders against the block. But still, it's been a really interesting engine to go through, both finding that ice, we've found life, even all the stuff that's still gummed in it. I gave it a good blasting outside, but it's still looking absolutely horrendous. Just made it really interesting to look through. The next thing we need to do is look through these inspection holes where we can line up the pistons and take them out, because the pistons have to come out first, and then the crank and the con rod stay together and we split the engine apart. So Sean's finding his special Subaru tool. Let's have a look at those inspection holes.
But almost immediately, we hit a snag.
Might have to try and scrape some of that away.
We've hit an issue. We need to move the pistons to a certain position so that through this inspection hole we can see pins. We can remove the pins and then the pistons will come out. But through manual cranking it, we've come up against our big corrosion issue in this cylinder here. Basically, we cannot get that piston to move far enough up the cylinder to get it perfectly aligned for the inspection holes because of the amount of corrosion in there. Sean's tried punching it and hand cranking it, trying to get it past that, but there's just too much gunk. So Sean, what's the solution here?
Well, I think the solution is we're going to try and scrape some of the crud away.
Is that wire
it's
brush?
a very crude way of doing it. I will get the worst off with the end of that pry bar, just to scrape some of the corrosion and stuff.
Okay.
And then we'll give it a hand sand then, just to try and get it to clear.
Okay. If this engine's going to live though, are we going to be machining the cylinders anyway?
You're going to have to, I'd have thought, do a tiny bore.
Yeah. So, although it might seem ham-fisted right now, we should be okay doing all this.
The trick is not to try and go too deep.
Yeah.
Because it's only a few thou that will be taken off it.
I'll let your professional fingers do that.
It's not going to be the professional way.
Let's hack at a cylinder. There are engine builders in the world screaming at their televisions right now.
This is proper bush engineering, this is.
It has come out of a bush effectively
It has,
today,
yeah.
so, you know, it all lines up. does actually look quite improved.
It does, doesn't it? Still, look how corroded that is just from sitting outside.
Do you want to give that a go and see if it, or do you think it still needs to get rid of that?
Yeah, I mean that is pretty. I don't think sandpaper is going to do that.
Let's
have a go. Yeah, still a bit too. I think we've gone further.
Yeah, it has definitely got a sort of half centimetre further.
So maybe a wire wheel. Let's try this. Please don't judge me.
That is getting to it, definitely.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of bore score there. Let's try.
It's a hell of a lot better. Whee! That's got at least a centimetre further. Go on! Yes!
That'll
There's
go again,
top
now.
dead centre.
Let's see if we can line.
Let's inspect.
First one. Oh, there we go. There she is, straight away.
Perfect.
So we need to take that out now. There we go. One spring.
So we've managed to inspect from this hole, but the other one is this side. So off comes this bracket and it should expose. There she is.
Yeah, we got her.
Boom.
Let's see how fine Mike's fingers are to get the pin out of this.
Oh, I hate. I hate
you know fiddly
anything
jobs.
spring-loaded.
Oh no, it's not spring loaded. So basically, there it is. You need to get the pliers in and
Yeah.
just close it like that.
I.e. f***ing spring-loaded.
But it'll be. It's there. Look, it's there, waiting for you.
Is it? It's all
Yeah,
ready to go.
It's looking at you.
Tormenting.
Is this where the meme "a few moments later" comes in?
2,000 years later.
You get it so likely the fingers go down the hole.
Yeah.
No, I've got them now.
You got it.
I got the fingers down the hole, and then
Ah, right. Okay. There we go. There's another one. Wood lice.
more life in this engine. We are not far away from having this thing fully stripped, so quick hydration break. I've gone for strawberry shark energy. Oh, I love strawberry flavoured things. Biscuits, sweeties, and holy. Very good. What's next? Piston's out.
Well, we've got to
You
get
look like you're hacking away at it
got to
there.
get the gudgeon pin out, which is stuck. We'll probably have to take it off the stand now.
It's putting up a bit of a fight at the end, but I have to say, overall,
Overall, do you know,
it's come apart pretty
I had
easily.
visions of 1 o'clock in the morning, and we were still battering away at this thing.
It's 4 hours for us to get home from here.
Yeah,
We can't be having that.
So no, it's gone.
Saying that, you've got a shower through there, I noticed.
I've got a shower. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
hang out here,
Yeah,
you
just,
know.
yeah, we'll just get some beers in and
Beds?
Well, we'll get some more of those.
Or
some more holy.
can I sleep in that Ford Racing Puma right there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like your thoughts actually. Campfire, holy, you know, have a little shower.
Yeah. It'd be cold, but
Oh.
it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, it's Wales, isn't it?
We now had the EJ down to a short block, but due to the gudgeon pins being corroded in place, we now had to break the #1 rule in the Subaru engine handbook, splitting the block before removing the pistons.
Could get that into a Ryanair carry-on.
You could, couldn't you? Weight is the only issue. Well, then again,
Yeah, I think there's a clear, sir. No.
that'd be a good episode, wouldn't it? Could I?
Can I get a cylinder
Can
block?
I get a cylinder block back from Japan?
We were getting seriously close, but the EJ confronted us with what would hopefully be our final corroded adversary.
Before we split the block apart, there are numerous bolts all around the engine that need to come out, and then it will pry itself open. But some of those bolts are down in the coolant channels around here, and they're looking pretty corroded. We've tested a couple of them and they've started to round. They might finish off today's shoot, to be honest. We want to get this thing completely apart, but if they start rounding, we're going to be struggling. It's getting dark. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can end with this engine completely apart, but we might come unstuck. Don't let us down now, boat anchor. You've done so well.
We're not giving up yet.
What we're finding is these bolts have a sort of multi-spline head on them, and the water that's got in there, it's softened them up and corroded them. So the second we try and put some decent torque through these block bolts, it's just immediately rounding off. So we're having to be quite crude getting them out. We're what, 2 from 8. This one's fresh out. Look at the state of that. We're 2 out of 8. All 8 have to come out if we're going to get this engine strip completely finished today. Here's hoping. Yes!
Found another species here as well.
Yeah?
Arachnid.
Go on!
It's gone. It's gone.
It's not rounded. We've finally defeated it.
Wait, let's get it out first.
Sorry.
Let's get it out and then we'll celebrate.
Yes. Get out of here. That is so mashed, but he's out.
It was now time for the block to split apart. We thought we were over the line, but instead we were putting one plucky bolt through some serious stress.
Yeah?
Yep.
Where was it? Down on the other side. Do you know what? And I remembered that. I know I'd forgotten it, but I knew that was there. Previous, when I was thinking about it last night.
Missed a bolt. The fact it's come this far apart scares me.
Yeah.
That bolt is still in place, going like, ah! Look at that. That's one stressed out little bolt.
And it's just a little 10 mil as well. They went, we need one extra bolt there. Look at him.
Right. Surely
this. There we go.
Because we'd split the block before removing the pistons, the big ends had to be unbolted from the conrods to finally tear the engine apart.
So this isn't the nicest way of doing it, but because the pins have seized into the piston,
the gudgeon pins, yep.
We've had to undo the bottom of the caps of the bottom of the piston.
So normally the pistons would come out
They'd
first,
come out first
and then it would all crack.
Yeah, exactly.
But
we've had to be a bit rougher because this isn't a pristine showroom engine, it is a riverbed engine.
Okay.
Yep.
Come on. Yes! It's apart, but in not the right way.
We'll see if we can get it out now, I'll show you.
Yes.
So normally that pin in there would slide out that way. I mean, it's still held in that side, but you can't get to that side. And then these stay on the crank, and they just flap around on the crank.
So that's seized in there.
So that's seized in there, that pin, unfortunately. And you can see they're not forged pistons, because you can see the casting in there.
So there's not a single upgrade going on with
So it looks like
engine
this is
at
a
all.
pretty standard engine, yeah.
Cool.
But it was in a rally car.
Still worth saving.
Still worth saving, even though we've dragged it around the floor a little bit.
Yeah, it's not been the happiest.
Everything went smooth. It's just the last 100 metres were a bit of a struggle, weren't they, with a couple of bolts seized and the pins in the gudgeon.
It put up a fight at the end, but we had officially hurdled the main challenge in this engine's rescue. Time for a celebratory holy and a debrief with you guys.
Today's mission is now complete. We rescued this engine from the riverbank and have stripped it down into its component parts. And we're fairly surprised with how good nick it is in. Yes, it looks like it's been at the bottom of the sea for a couple of years, but it doesn't seem to have been damaged from that cam belt issue. We've taken these valves out, and to the human eye, they look dead straight. they might be slightly bent, but I don't know if that's just my mind trying to play a trick on me. So it looks like this engine is a bit of a fighter. It's gotten away with it. I want to put it now to you guys. What would you do with this engine? I want you to answer 2 questions. What would you do with the engine build? And what car would you put the engine in? In my mind right now, it's a car that starts with a P, ends with an E, and rhymes with Porsche. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this. What's for you won't go by you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Sean was an absolute legend throughout this strip down, so again, do go and follow his rally content over on Instagram and YouTube.